What is up, everybody? GM. Hope you are feeling all right. Today is Thursday. It's August 1st. We got July behind us now. My goodness. Thank gosh. Thank gosh July is behind us. We thought it was going to be a pump month, but it turned out, just like a typical July, shite. It was shite. GM. Let's see. Let's get some people on up here to the stage. Carrie, I'm going to bring you up as a co-host. So don't request, because then it'll screw the whole process up. So it's August 1st. Obviously, the FOMC meeting was yesterday. A lot of us thought it was going to go up. We had our longs in. I wanted to long my long. But ultimately did not pan out. And so at the end of the day, we're down in our trade just a little bit. It's all right. It will come back. I think we're all very confident that the markets are turning around and doing their thing. But here we go, Doom. Let's get you on up here. GM. Here we go. Carrie, can someone unmute and say something just to make sure y'all can hear me and I can hear you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a while though, because I've got an aircon machine in my face.
Must feel good though. Anytime you got a little AC in the face, you're either overheating, so you're trying to cool down, or you're just straight chilling. One of the two.
No, I'm British, and 30 degrees is just like it's just unacceptable for me.
Is it hot?
You have to see a picture.
Yeah, we're at 30 degrees currently, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and melting.
I forgot.
Yo, Doug, send a picture of your air conditioner, or your air con, as you like to call it, to the chat, because it's fantastic. It looks like it was made in the 1970s. Absolutely. It's like, what are you using to air condition your house with?
Really quick,
Bizarre.
For my friends that weren't able to do the conversion themselves or didn't understand, he was talking about Celsius, and so at 36 Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit for you Americans, I did do a Google conversion myself, just so you know.
It's warm.
You should see the British come down here in Florida when it's like 83 degrees. I mean, they don't tan. They go straight to that beet red color, and then they start sweating profusely. And I'm like, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it goes down to 72 here in Florida. The locals are putting sweaters on.
Dude, I just figured it out. It's why you guys wear the Speedos over here is because it's so hot. You need less fabric touching your body. So you think, oh, let's just wear the Speedo in America because it's hotter over there.
Nope, pure fashion. Purely fashion.
Do they wear Speedos at the beach up in Canada, Carrie? Like, do I got to bring the Chattahoochee Daddy with me?
I haven't. I mean, you could bring it if you want. We could like hit a beach up or something. But I mean, you're going to be like probably the only guy wearing it.
I don't want to be the only guy wearing it. That's not.
Have you seen those full? They only wear mankinis there, Jay. You have to take your mankini. That's all they wear.
All right.
Yeah, you probably want the full length, body wetsuit when you're going swimming in Canada.
Well, I know you got to watch out for the landmines. So it's something we talked about recently, but we won't bring that one back up. That will save that for.
No one in a mankini has ever died by a landmine. Just saying.
That's true. It's the ultimate.
Is that true though?
Yeah, I mean,
I like to think that it's not true, but
should we
Doll must have something to say about the beach because she lives on the beach, so maybe she has some insight on this mankini thing.
I saw some pictures, and I saw some pictures of the mankinis, and I also saw some pictures of the landmines as well. So I think that's both factual statements there.
All right, here we go. I did just Google search. Has anyone ever wearing a mankini stepped on a landmine? Google doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. So we tried. I tried to see if it was like a fact. So we're just going to go with it. If anybody's got proof otherwise, keep it to yourself. How's everybody feeling today? It's the end of the week almost. Everybody's working for that weekend, right?
Well, for me, August started off with a bang today. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, today's one of these days when you're a founder, of your own token. Is called investor relations. So today is. I thought August would start off with some quietness. It certainly didn't. So it's like,
Well,
part of that crypto process, you got to go through it.
Part of the process. Hey, speaking of the crypto process and all of that and what you were talking about and Gotti, I do need to make sure. I want to make sure I get it up. Yesterday it was 9:14 when I got it into the nest. I'm going to get it in at 9:08, 9:09 if it happens to be switching here very soon here. Boom. There you go. All right. The official post is into the Jumbotron, the Jtron, the Nest, whatever you guys call it. So make sure you get up there. If you haven't already, you're going to want to follow directions, right? You're going to want to tag some friends and repost that post because that enters you into the competition, the daily competition. We're giving away $100 in Gotti every single day for the next couple of weeks. So that's how you get into it. And so we'll pick the winner at the end of the show. And so we're 2 for 2 so far. 2 for 2 on ladies winning the Gotti daily giveaway so far. So we'll see what happens today.
I guess they don't call it like lady luck for nothing. And here's another positive thing. My community may not think it's so positive, but that $100 in Gotti, you're going to get a larger percentage of Gotti today because, we came down a wee bit in price. And so that $100 means they're going to get a bigger number of Gotti. So,
yeah. That over the last 2 days. Perfect. So the first day it was point, and I always send a little bit extra, just a couple bucks extra, just so that
obviously,
just so that in case something happens with a fee or whatever, nobody has to eat that, right? So like the other day it was like 0.11. That was like $102. Sent that, and then yesterday I don't remember what it was. It might have been like 0.14 or something like that. So yeah, people are. It's a good thing right now. It's a collector's market.
Like 0.19 maybe. Yeah, 0.19 maybe.
Something like that. So yeah, so like if you're like a Gotti faithful, if you're a hodler, this is great for you because you're going to get more bang for your shabucks.
Absolutely.
There it is. So make sure that you guys visit the Nest, the Jtron, grab that post, hit it with a retweet, hit it with a heart. If you are watching the video, you could do that too. Hit it with a heart. Let's go.
Am I still classed as a Gotti hodler, even though I lost a wallet with Gotti in it?
Yes.
Oh, you're my favorite kind of hodler. you burnt that. Well, thank you.
Basically it's burnt.
It's a self-inflicted burn. That's God, it's beautiful. You think about talking about going back to something. Think about how many. I wonder we will ever figure out how many Bitcoin were self-inflicted. I mean, somebody was saying it's in the millions and millions.
There's a guy in the UK that has a hard drive in a landfill that has 200 plus million in it, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so and the UK government won't let him excavate the landfill to try and find it.
I mean, that's insane, right? To think that you would take on that kind of a project. Now, I get that like the reward for finding it would cover the cost potentially, depending on how long it took. That to me is just a sad story. Would you rather? Now I get like the numbers are far off, but if you had to pick to be one of those two bozos, would you rather? Now I say bozo, and I use the term loosely, right? Would you rather be Laszlo, who is notorious now for spending 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 Papa John's pizza, or the guy who threw his hard drive away that wants to excavate a landfill? Who would you rather be?
I'd be the Papa John guy.
The guy
because at least that guy, he should go down in history as he's the first person that took cryptocurrency and used it as actually currency.
Yeah.
So that
not
guy,
to mention
Mr. Papa John guy, we look back at him, but the guy should be saluted as a hero.
He also may have some Bitcoin left, right? Like he only spent like I think 2 Bitcoin on that pizza or whatever, or 1,000 Bitcoin on that pizza. So like if he was willing to spend that much, I'm betting to wager that he had more. So like
I don't think he did.
I
think they interviewed him afterwards. I don't think the guy had shit out.
He cleaned his wallet out with those pizzas. Oh my God!
I think he got heartburn and then had permanent heartburn.
Yeah, a little PTSD for sure. Yeah, I mean that would definitely cause a little bit of an emotional, I think, breakage to crypto if either of those situations, right? If you come to find out. Well, I think you guys are right, though. I'm pretty confident that he had a fairly large stack of Bitcoin because, like, I wouldn't spend my entire stack of even like a meme coin that I have on pizza. And you guys know how much I love pizza. I still wouldn't do it.
But at least on the plus side, he actually got to eat something and shit something out.
Can I give you guys a little insight?
Shit himself.
Back in those days, Bitcoin had no value.
Right.
So it really had no value. There was no marketplace for it. So I believe the value was assumed at like 0.00009. I mean, per Bitcoin. So somebody, took a step. I mean, hindsight's always real easy because I sold 10,000 Bitcoin in 2013. I mean, it was over $1 million. I mean, it changed my life fundamentally for the best, but man, it was a $700 million mistake. But again, that's what the market was at the time. I was thinking, all my friends were saying $100. This thing ain't going to go higher. It was insane to think $100 Bitcoin in 2013, unless you were there and living it. So I can't throw shade on the guy.
That's true. I mean, listen, it like you said, it is the first transaction. He will go down in history. That is something that is super important to our industry. And I think, we make the jokes of, damn, like 10,000 pizzas or 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. But again, it was a monumental moment. Should be celebrated. But I think at some point we can laugh at the guy. Doll, GM.
Not to mention, you don't want to be that guy who's just walking around the dump forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of a life is that?
Man
like he's never gonna find the thing. He's gonna be 80 years old, like still shuffling through garbage. Like, oh, I'll find it one of these days. Anyway, sorry. Yo, Doll, what do you got?
So it's really not cost effective, even if he had like an unlimited amount of Bitcoin, to go through that landfill, because like the Canadian government wouldn't even do it to find some bodies and convict a murderer. Like it's not cost effective at all to dig through a landfill.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
That took a dark turn.
That did, but like, okay, so think about that. Like, think about how terrible of a job that would be to have to sift through this. Now you're looking for a hard drive, which is what, maybe this big. You got to sort through. Like, how do you sift all that shit, and then how do you like combat the moldy, rotten food and maggots and all sorts of disgusting shit that's going to be in there? Ugh. Phil,
just don't think about it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not my hard drive. I don't have to think about digging in a landfill. Phil, go for it, brother.
I feel like they're gonna. Hey, I just want to say he actually found it, and I think it was wrapped Bitcoin, and it was worth a fraction of what he thought it was, and he was in debt from it.
Wait, are you being serious right now?
Yeah, he found it. Google it. He found it, and it was not Bitcoin. It was a variation of.
My Bitcoin diamond! I found it!
Bitcoin gold.
Do you guys remember?
I gotta get back to tweeting, but I wanted you to know that.
Cool.
Thank you. That's insane. I did not know that he found it. Do you guys remember that though? Back in like, if you were back, and guys and girls, if you were back in crypto, 2017, 2018, just all the derivatives of Bitcoin that came out, it was so many.
Bitcoin SV, whatever that was.
ABC,
Bitcoin SV,
DEF, EFG.
Satoshi's vision is what that stands for. So,
well, they still have that one, the BSV, right? Or no, that got I got delisted from just about every exchange I think you could imagine. Did you guys see this? I don't think we talked about it on the show. It was
the guy that lost it was 8,000 coins. He hasn't found it yet. It's worth around 450 million apparently. I just checked.
This is the landfill guy?
Yeah.
Oh, now we're gonna have a debate. Did he find it?
Yeah, 8,000 Bitcoin. Oof.
Yeah, who's laughing now? Not us.
Not at all.
Well, he technically did a service, right? Because he helped lower the total supply. So he did a self-burn. Self-inflicted.
That's true. And so I think the number, when we were talking about that a few minutes ago, someone, I believe we're in like the 18 millions is like when all the Bitcoin has been brought to life and we are 100% in circulation, we're going to be in the 18 millions versus 21 because of what's been lost. That's kind of the rumor, right? I think we'll find out when we get there, but it's going to be quite a long time. Will any of us, when is the last Bitcoin set to be mined? Like, when was it?
It's like 5 halvings from now or something. I don't know.
2140.
We'll be dead. Yeah, we'll all be dead.
Nah, dude, we're by
unless we're brains in a bottle or something.
Like the Simpsons guys. Absolutely. I'm hopeful that in the next, let's see, I'm 42. I'd say within the next 20 years, like by the time I'm like 65, like I would like to be preserved, sometime between now and the age of 65, because I feel like I'm aging all right. And then like the more I work out and like train and do that stuff, it's like reverse aging me, right? So if I could be like a decent looking like 50-some-year-old guy, and then they figured out how to like stop the aging process and you can live forever, like I'd be down to stop that process, like in a great part of my 50s, and just look like that forever. This way you got the experience. You got a little gray. I got just tiny little gray patches coming in here in my chop area, a little bit of pepperings in through my hair. But at that point, you'll look like way more refined.
Yeah, but what if you was to like get yourself frozen for say 100 years, and then like Ledger, for instance, went out of business and they gave you 2 years.
Doug, to be honest with you, I don't like the cold. I don't like the idea of being frozen for a long time, because I don't like being cold for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but they'd bring you back around, and then you'd realize that like Ledger had gone out of business or something. You lost all your crypto, and then would you actually want to be brought back alive, or just left frozen forever?
Could you imagine if that was your plan, is just to like wait it out? Like, all right, bring me back, in like 50 years when Bitcoin's 20 million a pop, whatever it might be. And you do that. But while you were gone, while you were frozen, some major exploit and hack happened and all your crypto was gone. You waited all that time for nothing.
That's what happened to Walt Disney.
I was going to say, is this Futurama?
Is that
no? Walt Disney actually froze himself. Like Walt Disney's frozen in a fucking tube somewhere.
Really?
They're waiting to they're waiting to cure Walt Disney so he can like purge the world of Jews or something. I don't know what the
fuck. Was he like a weird guy? Like, I mean, I feel like that's not a joke.
Is that a question?
That's like a bizarre turn.
Corey, on request, so that I can bring you up as a co-host, please.
Yeah,
because if I were to do that, then you'd be stuck in the time continuum space loop, and you would never make the stage. There you go.
Hey,
nice.
on another note, Jay Chains. I know we all like fighting in here.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't have a corny joke coming. I was just going to say, did you see where Elon was going to fight the Venezuelan president?
Nicolas Maduro? Yeah. I even commented on that because Elon said that he would take the fight, which who knows if this is for real. But I saw that, and I reposted the picture of it and tagged Karate Combat and say, let's do it here. And they actually made a fight poster. If you guys go look at the Karate Combat, if you look at their post from yesterday, they made like a fight poster with Elon Musk versus Maduro. That would be hilarious. Never going to happen, obviously, but that would be wild if they did that again.
President Awesome is the ref. I'm watching.
Wait, what did you say?
President Awesome is the ref, and I'm watching.
Yes. Oh, dude, I'm there pit side. I was going to tag in the, I think I might have even sent it. I'm not sure. I said, I'm going to be one of Elon's cornermen. So I'll be there for that. I will be pit side. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yeah. So I'm excited about getting ready for another fight early next year. So hopefully some more information about that in the next couple months, weeks, whatever. But we're getting back at it, baby. All right. I
saw your picture of you punching the bag yesterday.
Oh, dude, I hit that thing so hard, man. I'll tell you what, like my hands were actually hurting afterward. You're darn right, man. I'm getting ready to, and I feel bad. Honestly, like I feel bad for whoever does step into the pit, because I'm coming out with a vengeance, because obviously that L against Billy hurts. And so I'm coming out, like, honestly, like, and someone said like, oh, you should fight Harley. Like Harley was the guy that was going to fight Grimace, but Grimace, his blood pressure was too high before the fight, so they wouldn't let him fight. And they said, oh, you should fight Harley. Like, chances I actually got an opportunity to chat with Harley, and he's a cool dude. He's a really nice guy. I don't want to fight somebody the next fight that I know, or that I have had a conversation with, or that I care about, because honestly, it's going to be someone that's going to get hurt. So I got one name in mind, but I don't want to kick the hornet's nest right now. But I'm pretty sure you guys know who it is. But
Nick would not bite you.
What'd you say?
I said Nick would not.
I know he's too big of a pussy. I know that. So, but that would be the person I call out. But, you know.
Hey, my initials are ND as well, so just let me know.
I love that.
Dude, I always read your name as Neil ID.
Me too. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, Neil ID.
What?
It looks like Neil ID.
Yeah, that's one of the things. It's really funny. Like, when you host spaces, and we'll get to the topic in just a few minutes here. I know people are chomping at the bit to talk about smart crypto investing and profit management, which, by the way, another topic that we've got a list of community show idea and topics. So this was a combination of two shows. I thought, wow, smart crypto investing, and then I saw kind of like how to properly take profits and do all that stuff. And I thought, wow, this would be actually like a really good conversation to combine the two with your smart crypto investing and profit management, because there is some probably commonality between the two if we were to look at that correctly. So, guys, it's a great time for me to tell you, thank you for joining us for Web3 Breakfast. I appreciate every single one of you being here. Make sure that you smash the like if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit the heart if you're watching on X. One thing that you want to do is go up into the nest. If you are watching the live stream, go to my X account and find the post that says, join us on today's Web3 Breakfast Club as we dive into the best practices for smart investing and maximizing your gains. That's the post that you're going to want to like, and make sure that you retweet, tag some friends, because at the end of the show, we're going to do a Twitter picker for $100 in Gotti giveaway. We're doing it every single day for the next couple of weeks. So get in, baby. And hey, guess what? It's your lucky day. Today is your lucky day. You are going to win. One of you is going to win, and it is going to be you. So congratulations in advance. All right.
Can we rewind for like 5 seconds?
Yes.
I actually came up here to mention how Cartman froze himself because he couldn't wait for the Wii to come out. And he actually froze himself for way longer. And the Wii was like ancient technology by the time they unfroze him. So that could happen too. And crypto would just be like ancient currency.
Oof. So would you
I know that was like Bitcoin that rugged a long time ago.
So would you
how long have you been frozen for?
Would you take some gold into your freezy chamber with you just in case? And are you taking your hardware wallet with you into the frozen chamber, like just putting it in your pocket, or are you like giving it to someone else to hang out? Like, how are you managing that? What are you going to, first off, we don't even know that answer yet. I would think you just put it in your pocket. Anyone?
The freezy chamber. Yeah, I would have one of those steel cards that are like indestructible, probably.
So it doesn't degrade from the cold. I'd imagine electronics don't like cry.
Yeah, but you can stamp your seed phrase onto a steel card and then put that in your pocket.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Hold on.
Somebody comes and takes you out
like that.
What if there's like a totally different alphabet and language and stuff by the time you get out? Like,
I think, first off, if I'm not mistaken, while all of you rude gentlemen were talking over yourself, I think the most intelligent thing came from Dahl. She said it's called cold storage for a reason. So I think we just answered the question.
Yeah, but have you ever found an old iPod and then try to go find a charger for it?
That's the thing. Nobody's got those chargers, that long one. Nobody's got those anymore.
So imagine being frozen for so long that Bitcoin done rugged. So your how's your wallet? How you gonna plug your wallet in? How's your wallet going to be plug and play at that point? You know what I mean? Like, you might not be able to recover at that point.
We're tackling the real good questions. I mean, these are the smart things. Man, I don't know. I would definitely you just got to take some gold with you now. You can't take paper money because that could be absolutely obsolete at that point. I guess we're just
wake up and Cardano's the only thing.
Shut up! Anything. It's not. No. If you guys missed the afternoon show yesterday, you're going to want to go back and either rewatch it or just look up TVL buy blockchain because I had some dude saying like, yo, look, dude, there's $233 million TVL on Cardano. Like, dude, who gives a fuck? There's like $60 billion on Ethereum. Cardano's like number 32 on the list. Like, that's a fucking joke. So I think Pulse Chain has more TVL than Cardano does. So I think we can put this Cardano thing to bed right now.
Hey, wait a second.
I think Cardano is the Nickelback of crypto. I'm just saying, Cardano is the Nickelback of crypto.
Corey,
What the fuck?
Corey, would you sing us a song, please? Sing us a song, Corey.
Yes, please. I love that. Thank you for saying that Cardano is the Nickelback of crypto. That is a moment that will get clipped. We will live with that forever. I might even like pin that to my profile.
Yeah, everyone secretly still loves Nickelback. They just pretend to hate it and say they're gay.
Look at this photograph. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. I don't remember any of the other words. Though.
I enjoyed
it was such a banger. You still remember it.
I'll see you guys later.
Oh man, I'm out.
You got to leave the room when you hear Nickelback start playing. It's like, yeah, you got to have some pride.
Nickelback and banger in the same sentence.
I was hoping you saw that on the today.
What did you say, dude?
Oh, I was saying.
Oh, he's rugging like a mother chucker.
I was hoping you saw that on the chat yesterday. I was like, oh, something Nickelback came up that I was looking. I was like, yeah, dude, Cardano's fucking Nickelback of crypto. So,
that's funny to me. All right. I think Chop Shop. We ran the Chop Shop halfway through the show today. I love it. That's one of the beauties of this show is that, hey, we've got an entire topic to go with, but sometimes we just want to chop it up and have a good time. And so that is the beauty of the Web3 Breakfast, guys. Thanks for being here. Smart crypto investing and profit management. I think this is, we got a very enthusiastic request from Gary as a speaker. Before we go any farther, I want to see what Gary has to say. Gary's stuck in what looks like to me the time-space continuum is just spinning and spinning and spinning. So,
Gerald,
should we wait for Gary or should we move on?
I'd like to hear what Gary has to say.
Me too. Hey,
we can't just stay here all afternoon waiting.
We can't. So what we'll do is we'll give Gary some time, and while we give Gary some time, I would like to invite everybody to the Blockchain Futures Conference in 2 weeks in Toronto, Canada. I will be there with several amazing members of the Web3 Breakfast Club. You will be able to tell who we are because we will be walking in an entourage, and we are going to be having so much fun. And I cannot wait to get up there and finally meet some of you IRL. Carrie, Sandra, Dahl. I know that there's a couple other. I know Mike is going to be there, the Modern Canadian, and there's a couple more people that we've got to make sure that we get them locked and loaded, ready to go. I cannot wait. So it looks like we got our guy Gary back up, ready to roll. What's up, my dude? This is your moment, bro. Come on. You can do it.
Meow. Yeah, I was just going to say that. Oh, my God.
Oh, Gary. Come on, Gary. Unmute yourself and speak, bro. Oh, rug. Damn it. Gary trolled us. I bet it was our friend. I always assume that the trolls are our friends. Anyway, all right.
Seems to be that way.
Yeah, smart crypto investing and profit management. What do you guys think? What are the best practices? That's what I want to know. What are the absolute best practices for smart crypto investing and also profit management? As you guys know, I got a few things that I live by as far as the profit management goes, right? There's clearly the rule of buy low, sell high, right? And you can further define that as, the fear and greed index. We've talked about that, where you want to make sure that you're buying when they're fearful and you sell when they're greedy, and you will be able to maximize profits in that way, right? Don't get married to your bags, stuff like that. These are the kind of conversations that we want to have today. It's real light, a lot of fun, just some best practices for your things that you do in your crypto investing. And then as far as taking profits, because remember, there ain't no shame in that game. Profit taking should never be shamed. Should be celebrated because that's how we all win. You want to see people win. So what are some of the ways that you guys are navigating the crypto world?
Diversification, and more diversification. Because when you're diversified, you will actually become a better holder in each individual project. Because each individual cryptocurrency has its own, season, as they say, right? So when you're diversified, you don't make stupid decisions when you're in a token in a good project, right? That's down. You just say, okay, it's not the time. And then you may have another project that's doing very well. And like, hey, this one's making me some money over here. Let me take a little bit out. And then it allows you the options to figure out, well, do you just cash out and go get the fiat? Or do you then go and buy more of the other token that is a good investment, but its season is not as great today? So diversification is the key, guys. You got to be diversified.
That's one strategy that I do like. And we had talked about that, I think, a few weeks ago, where we noticed that a lot of coins, maybe in a particular like vertical of crypto, were performing very well, and a lot were underperforming. And you got to think, like, at some point you're like, all right, like, I made 20-30% on that bag. That's good. Let's take some off the table there. And hey, look, like, we'll use gaming for an example. A lot of the gaming coins are down, right? So pull some of your profits from a coin that treated you well and throw it into, say, your gaming projects that are not performing well right now, that are going to perform well, but are probably going to be historic lows right now. Boot this man. Kick him out of this.
Kick someone off the stage. We got to end this.
Just rug the space. All right. I didn't think that I would ever have to do this, but we have to invoke a rule. We have a Web3 breakfast rule. So the council is adjourned. The council in session. Everybody on stage is voting. All in favor of the Web3 breakfast imposing a no Nickelback rule, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone who opposes, say nay.
Aye. Nay.
No.
I adamantly oppose.
I'm with you.
You want more Nickelback?
You want more?
It's still just one vote. Doesn't matter how you oppose.
Is it unanimous, or is it like 50-50, 2/3? How we playing this?
No, I just wanted you guys to think that you had a say in anything. I will be the dictator in the room. And
this is absolutely a dictatorship in this situation.
It is now
I thought
official.
You were going to say Gary gets the final say. I thought you were going to say Gary gets the final say.
Oh, shit is so fucking funny. Oh, God.
No, it is official. The Web3 Breakfast Club is now Nickelback free. Anybody who ever brings Nickelback into here will be immediately removed from the stage, potentially a lifetime ban, with the exception of some of you. Corey, you could probably do this every day and I would never ban you. But if, say, someone like let me scroll down here, like who's this adventureful mama lady? I'd probably
Dude, you're gonna have so much Nickelback in your YouTube video that's gonna come up on the YouTube search.
Basically,
you're basically a Nickelback video
See,
now.
that's what's going to happen, because if you start playing too much Nickelback, everything is going to get copyrighted, and then we're in trouble. So we don't want to do that, like, honestly. So no Nickelback. We are Nickelback free.
Thanks for making that rule.
Thank you.
I feel like a huge dump has been lifted off my chest.
Yeah. Good. Did you just visit Cleveland?
Did
Ohio?
I shit on your chest?
Did you just visit Cleveland, Ohio?
Never made it as a wise man, couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing.
It's actually pretty good.
I would say, yeah. I was gonna say Doug can sing Nickelback. He sounds great. I think he sounds better than Nickelback.
Well, he's allowed to because he's in England. It's different. Like, the rules are different for them over there. They can like Nickelback all they want. We cannot here. It is part of the thing.
It's part of American culture, right?
Yes.
That's actual American culture right there. Like, Nickelback equals gay, and that's it.
Would it be like me jamming out to like Dave Matthews Band all day?
Hey,
no.
I will say now, like, there is a time and a place for you to be hanging out, listening to a little Dave Matthews Band. Now, I agree with you. It's not majority of the time at all, but
Shame.
You can do it every now and then. Little ants march in, maybe smoking a doobie, whatever you got to do. I don't care. There's a couple songs that you could do that. Maybe you're smooching with your lady. It's a nice summer afternoon. You got a picnic basket and a blanket laid out in a nice grassy field, and you got the radio on. A little DMB pops up, and you don't want to get up to change the song because you're smooching. So you just continue to smooch to a little, what's another song that they did?
Jazz flute. You know, that sexy jazz flute.
You got to
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I feel bad that I brought that up.
Don't. I love when we go through rabbit trails and foxholes and all that stuff. Mike, the modern Canadian. I know you had your hand up first. We're going to go Mike, and then we'll get swinging on over to Frank.
Damn it, someone talking and I can't hear them.
Yo, so in regards to responsible investing or smart investing and profit management, for me, it's more, you got to have your goals in mind. You got to know, like, what are you here for? What is your time horizon? I think the most important thing is understanding your time horizon, and then your risk will sort itself out. If you're here for the long game, then you're not going to be super, super risky. If you're looking to make a quick buck, then you're probably going to have to go up on that risk range. So like for me, for example, I'm heavily weighted to Bitcoin. Like I am like 80% Bitcoin. I hold the second most would be Ethereum. And then I'm all in the big, I'm in the top 10, top 20 coins, with the exception of VeChain, which is not a top 10 coin. But again, it's a coin that I see has actual use case. And I think coins that actually have been used and have proven that the technology is good and working, like Chainlink, something like that. Those are sure bets, and those are for long term because they are being used, have been used, and they're proven. And everything else in my books is speculation. And granted, there are, you can make a lot of money on speculation, but I don't think you should put anything that you're willing to lose in it.
No,
so, and also when you're talking about diversification, which is definitely a safe way to invest, but most of the wealth in the world was created off a focused single bet.
A focus? I didn't catch the focused what?
I think he said focused.
A focused single bet. Yeah. So most wealth in the world, like for example, like Elon Musk made us money because he went all in on Tesla. He could have gone bankrupt, but because he did that, it was a huge risk. But he did very well. So I think you should use Bitcoin to make capital and preserve capital. And once you make capital, you can start putting it into all these other coins, because if you get 100x, but you put $1,000 to another coin, yeah, whatever, $1,000 is not going to make or break your life, but $1,000 at 100x is pretty good.
I honestly, I love what you're saying, but to me, it's the complete opposite, because I don't think, unless you're already wealthy, you're not going to be able to generate the wealth that you want to do the damage you need to in the crypto ecosystem by buying Bitcoin. Like at the very most, like people are saying, let's say in this cycle, 150 is the top, right? That's no more than a 2x from where we are right now, right? Not even. And so knowing that Bitcoin is not going to get you there unless you've already got a fuck ton of money. Like it's not going to do that for you. But the whole idea, like what we were saying, is use the altcoins now and just do as much, you make as much as you can on the altcoins right now, tether it off. And then when Bitcoin does decide that it's going to go down at some point, you've preserved your dollar wealth in stable coins, and then you wait for Bitcoin to get to the level where you want to buy in at, where you like. And then now, like, my goal is to continue most of my wealth moving forward for the rest of my life between Bitcoin after the cycle and the shift happens and all that stuff, between Bitcoin and stable coins, right? And then as we go through cycles or up and downs and dips, you play that with your speculation sack. Like you said, I'm with you that you should have a sack that is your forever, and you should have your speculation that you can mess around with. If you happen to lose it, whatever, that it's not going to affect you tremendously. Like, it sucks, I get that, but it's not going to wreck you. Whereas, if your cold storage, you're keeping there forever, your savings account, because I think that we should all be thinking about keeping our crypto as a savings account in crypto versus, I just don't understand why everybody wants to like cash it all out and put it into the bank when, like, we talk shit on the banks, we talk shit on the economic and financial system. So like, why are you trying to be rich in that system when you could be rich in the new and upcoming system that is digital and that's crypto? So My whole idea, I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying, Mike, but I would flip it to do altcoins first so you can stack more Bitcoin because the X's and the returns are greater in the altcoin ecosystem versus the Bitcoin ecosystem.
But in Bitcoin, if you play the 4-year cycle, like, Bitcoin went down to $16,000 and it's at, 60 something thousand dollars, $73,000. And we believe it's going to go over 100K. That's more than a 10X. So if you play the 4-year cycle and you buy, you don't have to time the bottom. No one's ever going to time the bottom. But if you get pretty close to it and you're playing it, that's if you're allocated, my idea right now is you should be buying like crazy in the bear market. And then you should be fully allocated by the time the bull market hits.
Well,
you're not buying anymore now.
I guess basically. So then, okay, I'm with you on what you're saying and where we are based on where we are right now, right? Because according to what you were saying, like then you would have already ridden that wave up from the last low up to now. So this would be that time to sell your profits of the Bitcoin that you got from the 16K to now. So you're right. And then you could diversify that into the altcoins to catch the altcoin season when that happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing right now. Because I allocated to Bitcoin in 2022. I got my bags. Now I'm buying altcoins because we have not had an altcoin season yet.
Okay. So we were mentally, I was just in a different part. So like people that are jumping in now, you've got to do things differently, right? You've got to do basically what you did before. So right now it's do the altcoins, get as many X's as you can. And then, when we come to the next cycle, when Bitcoin is historically low, like I said, you buy as much Bitcoin as you can with the crypto that you got, you wait for that to ride up, you rinse, wash, repeat with the system that I guess, you play the Bitcoins, the altcoin season, and you play the meme coin season. Now we've got 3 things. But my question is now, you had said the 4-year cycle. So we've been talking a little bit lately now about how with governmental adoption and if the U.S. adds a strategic reserve of Bitcoin, the 4-year cycle might be a thing of the past. It might just be, it might be different. Like, what do you think about the conversation that we had earlier this week that the U.S. stock market from the late 80s to like the early 2000s went on a 12-year bull run, right? Who's to say that we can't see crypto? And I get that it has, like, since the beginning of time, it's been really kind of up. And yes, it's got its peaks and valleys, but let's just draw our line in the sand from right now. Like, who's to say that we can't see, a 10-year bull run as opposed to a 4-year cycle?
I say we'll know in about 6 months. I think that's going to be the determination of, if the orange dude gets into office, because he doesn't take office until, January was the 22nd. Then it's going to take probably another 50, 100 days to get things in place. So I think, we may be, 6 to 9 months actually. And I think we'll start to see the direction. Lord knows what happens, is the election here in the United States going to be the triggering thing that starts the bull run? And is the promises that we're hearing going to be fulfilled? And is it going to be something that can be passed into law? Is another huge question. We don't know who's going to control Congress. We don't know who's going to control the Senate. So I think there's still some unanswered questions. But if we can get those things in place, yeah, I'm going to agree with you and say this may be for a generation kind of thing. Just keep going up and up and up till the next wave of technology comes in that's maybe is different than cryptocurrency. I don't know. Yeah. We don't know what 20 years from now is going to hold. Maybe it's a hybrid of super hybrid of fiat and crypto. Who knows? So anyways, my opinion.
One thing I do want to note is that I have a theory that the day CZ gets out of prison, we are going to, and that's at the end of this month. I thought it was July 30th, but it's August 30th. So we've got a month. It's the end of this month. I think that we are going to see some absolutely insane action when he gets out for whatever reason. I think he is going to be some catalyst to the bull run actually starting.
No, he's a changed man. He got tattoos and shit now.
We just got to pray that he doesn't get Epsteined in prison.
Oh, that would be terrible. I think he's at like a.
I heard he almost killed a guy.
He's got a teardrop tattoo. He comes out with a Binance teardrop tattoo. Frank, I know you had your hand up, and then we'll swing it on over to Gary.
Yeah, wait, what was we talking about there? The bull run. That's right. See, I brought back to it. So, you talking about the 10 to 12 year cycle, man? Of course, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Whether it's 5, 10, 12, 15, 20 years, it's going to happen. Because when they bring people in, when you start bringing these big companies, you start bringing, the ad revenue, everybody. Once you bring the whole system over, they're not just going to onboard everybody in one fucking year and then just be like, oh, yeah, the bull runs up. You know what I mean? It's going to take 10, 15 years before everybody starts migrating to the new system.
The time, yeah, but I mean, that's a good point. I think if that is the new system, knowing that governments are making the shift and starting to understand the tech a little bit more and understand where it's going. So we see the government, they were probably going to be the first ones to adopt it, right? We're going to see that on a governmental level. That was because we're talking three levels of adoption. You've got your governmental, you've got your institutional, and then your retail. And I think the government's got to go first because that ultimately puts the trust into the people, and then they will follow. While institutional, they're going to do their own thing. They're already in, so that's happening. Especially with we've been talking about the RWA ecosystem, 16 trillion in the next 6 years by 2030. It's going to be absolute bananas. So retail, it's our turn, but I think we're gonna see that retail's not going to fully adopt crypto until the government side does. Because that's ultimately they're sheeple. People are sheeple, and they are only going to do what the government tells them. Carrie.
Hello. So yeah, smart crypto investing. I still DCA. A while ago I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna stop DCAing Bitcoin right now, but it's a hard habit to break once you start doing it. And the whole point is to, ride the ups and downs. So I still it's not a lot, but it's enough that I'm still working towards my goal. I have a goal of how much Bitcoin I want to have. And I'm slowly working towards that. Now, I don't expect to make great wealth because like Mike, I am also 75 to 80% in Bitcoin. I don't expect to make my great wealth in Bitcoin over the next 4 years. The rest of my portfolio, the other 25%, is a mixture of high caps, mid caps, low caps. And there's more probably, I'm a little bit more conservative. I got more high caps, I think, probably than micro caps or whatever. But I do have a couple of little gambles in there, just, in case I hit it, it'd be nice to hit a fucking 20, 50 banger,
Hell yeah.
And there's always that option. Right, then you take that and you can like you said, tie that off into stables, then wait for Bitcoin to go down. Because the only problem is Bitcoin goes up and then the altcoins follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to take your altcoins profits and put them into Bitcoin because you're still dealing with a high Bitcoin price. But taking those altcoins, then just selling right out of them. I'll keep a small moon bag and a few coins, but there's some bags that I have absolutely no, I have no respect for it, really. I'm just in them because they're degenerate moves.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to clean those bags out when it's time. And I'll take all of my profits into USDC. And then I will sit on that and wait again until there is hopefully we'll see what happens with this next cycle. But if it goes and does dip down, Hash was saying yesterday, to 50K or something, that's a great time to have, some dry powder around. And preserving the wealth so profit management is the hardest part to me. It's keeping, once you've got the money, holding the money. That's the hard part, right? So when I find that right price, I want to put it into Bitcoin because I feel like it's the one that's going to go up over time. It's the old guys would put their money into gold for safekeeping, right? They don't want to have their money in a bank account that's making no interest. They want an asset that is going to gain in interest and hopefully outpace inflation. So I have no interest in going back to the fiat system whatsoever. I see only from here on out me, taking my altcoins, flipping them over into stables, and then flipping that over into Bitcoin. and just holding the Bitcoin. And then if I need money at some point in my life, there's already beginning to be products at banks where you can take a loan out against your Bitcoin, like you would on a like reverse mortgage or whatever on your house. So I would much rather put my my Bitcoin up to stake than my house. And, you know, I still don't have to sell my Bitcoin, like Matthew was saying. You know, it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah. Shout out to Matthew, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw his post today. I loved the picture. It was like his first day of school, but he's the CIO, the chief investment officer for a new company. Today was his first day, so I know he's busy doing what he's got to do. So shout out to Matthew, man. We love you. Congratulations, bro. That's big time. That's our guy. He's our you know, he's our institutional. What the fuck am I trying to say? He's our
financial advisor.
Why couldn't I find those words? That's crazy. Craziness. Doom.
Hey. So kind of something you brought up earlier is kind of off subject, but not off subject. What is going to be after crypto? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know what 20 years has. Like, is somebody already thinking of like, what is the next thing that's beyond crypto? Like, is there anybody working on that now? Yeah, because you brought that up, and you know, obviously nobody's going to think about that right now. You know what I mean? Because this is all brand new and stuff. But what is beyond
quantum computing?
Yeah, 100%.
So we have blockchain. You think about now blockchain. You know, it could do 60,000 transactions. Can you imagine a quantum computer doing 60 trillion transactions
just
a second?
infinity.
So it's going to go quantum.
They're going to be shooting for like a fully autonomous world as well, right? So like combining AI, intertwining AI with blockchain.
Yeah, you have your own Bitcoin bots that go out and do the weeding for you and go to your work and make love to your wife. I'm sorry, but anyways.
So does society not need? We don't need jobs? We don't need any of the stuff at that point if it's fully autonomous, right? Like how do we exist?
That's what Elon was talking about. Yeah, I hate to say these words, universal basic income, because you're going to have so many people that there's no skill set that they can provide. That basically, think about it, you're a worthless human being in terms of adding value or any type of productivity. Because you think about now, everybody that's a worker, right? You can flip something, you can put it in a package, you can deliver Amazon, you can go deliver pizza. What happens if you can't deliver pizza? Not driving cars, not packaging, not working on the assembly line. Just go down the thing, and you start to realize human beings, because we're inept to make mistakes, right? We're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Where a robot or an AI can do the same thing over and over 1,000,000 times better than you. So you're going to have some type of system so people don't starve to death. Scary.
That is scary.
It's the truth.
And I think that's how you get to that dystopian future, huh?
Are we talking Wall-E here?
What's that?
Are we talking Wall-E?
Huh. Yeah, almost. You think about like kids, you know, I watched a thing I think it was for Google saying, my daughter's going to write this paper, you know, and send it to her grandmother using AI. I'm thinking, what the hell? You know, and they're just blatantly just saying that, like, you know, like you think about education and stuff like that with AI, all the stuff, the thesis, you know, all the things you have to put together, it's all going to be AI created, and then no one's going to be able to tell that you wrote it. So writing and doing books and everything that you would think is going to be, I'm thinking about for my kids. What's my kids' life going to be 15, 20 years from now? How are we going to set them up on what kind of skill set? So what they want to go learn to do now, is that even going to be a thing that they, you know, I want to be this kind of job, I want to be that kind of job. It may not even exist.
Yeah. Building and maintaining robots. That's what children will be doing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's interesting to think.
That's what you want to do to know, right?
I mean, because you got to think, like, even as far as media or creating videos, like we've seen now with the video generator. I mean, you basically can just give it a prompt and it'll make a movie for you, right? It'll make a video for you. So like content creators and film studios, all that stuff. I mean, all of that shit's in trouble. Everything, music, everything can be done by AI. And I know it's, you know, if you're an artist, you're going to say it's not the same. There's no emotion. I get it. But does anybody care? The listener doesn't care about the emotion that most of the time. Let me correct myself. Most of the time, unless you are like an audiophile or you're really invested into music and that's your thing, most people don't give a shit about the artist, where they were when they wrote it. It's how the song resonates with the listener. I think that's the most important thing. So everybody, we're all doomed. That's it. That's the takeaway from today. So save your crypto.
Skynet.
What's up, Hashishimo? See Hashish down there. He came up to speak.
Fam?
What's up, Corey, J Chain's breakfast family? How's it going?
What's up, brother?
What's up? I just I wanted to come up and be that fucking glass of cold water again. Sorry, J Chains, but yesterday it was a good idea, so I'm gonna do it again today. We're fucking crazy out here in crypto, where we think of a 100% gain as like not a good return. That's a great fucking return.
We're spoiled.
So like, yes, you're not going to get generational wealthy by buying Bitcoin and holding it for the rest of this cycle. You might get a 2, a 3, or maybe even a 4x, but that's a lot better than you're going to do in traditional investing for the most part. So I think someone was talking about risk tolerance at the very beginning. That's really what it's all about. And I think you said the same thing, Jay Chance. Like, if you're out here trying to make some fucking money, well, buying Bitcoin and holding it for the next 3 years, like, no, you're not going to get rich unless you're already rich, and then it's a great fucking investment tool. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to maybe change this narrative that like, oh no, 80% profit. What a shitty fucking day. 80% profit in a day will make you a millionaire on $5 in a year. In 2 months.
Yeah.
So I think we should really focus more on compounding our profits. If you're taking a 1% gain on your portfolio daily, you're going to be a fucking millionaire. So 1% a day gets you rich. So don't go chasing those fucking 25x's if that's not within your risk tolerance. There is a place for, I think, every investor in crypto, whether you're the person who wants to go fucking put money on a pump fund token and have it go to zero, or if you just want to conservatively DCA into Bitcoin and anything in between. Don't be discouraged that you're not taking home 5x's. It's okay. Most people don't. And if that's your goal, you're probably going to be disappointed.
I freaking love
it. Really comes down to your time horizon. If you know you're going to be investing for 20 years, then you don't need to make the 100x's. You can, make your 10, 20x's throughout the market along the way, right?
Yeah, and I want to say most people investing haven't even had their eyes open for 20 years in crypto.
Right.
That's a fact.
So they don't understand that kind of time horizon.
Right along with that point that you guys are making, that's the exact same thing. If you are not, because for most people right now, it's about acquisition of crypto, right? You want that future wealth, small buys in your cryptocurrencies, even small, like what you're doing with Bitcoin there, small buys here, and then at the end of the year, how much you've acquired. 2 years, how much you've acquired. 3 years, how much you acquired. Small buys done often is an extremely powerful tool for acquisition of cryptocurrency.
Absolutely. And speaking of acquisitions of cryptocurrency, it is that time in the show for us to go over to Twitter Picker and pick a winner of our $100 in Gotti. So this will give you, what I will do is just make sure I ramble on for a second. So that gives all of y'all one last opportunity in case you didn't do it, in case you were just saying, I'll get to it by the end of the show. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I forgot. Now's your opportunity to make sure that you go up into the Jumbotron. If you are here in the space, go to the first thing that was posted. It was my post from 3 hours ago saying, join us on today's Web3 Breakfast Club. If you are not listening in the space, maybe you're watching the live stream, go to my X account real quick, find that post, repost it, tag some friends, because we are going to pick the $100 Gotti winner in just a second here. So I will slowly switch my screen over to the Twitter Picker. There you guys go. So we got this thing up. We are going to load the tweet. There it is. GM fam. Join us on today's Web3 Breakfast Club as we dive into the best practices for smart investing and maximizing your gains. That I should have said for a small portion of the conversation, we will do that. For the rest of the time, we are going to have a wonderful conversation and called the Chop Chop. And that's what we did today is we just had fun. That's the whole point of the Web3 breakfast, guys, is that we just want to have fun. For me, it's 9 in the morning. For a lot of other people, right now it's 10. But when we start the show, it's 6 a.m. on the West Coast. And so we just want to be cognizant of everybody. Start the day right. Have some laughs, a little bit of value, a lot of bit of fun. And I think that a little bit of a giveaway is in order too. So let's get to it. All right. I hope you had your chance. Here it is. Continue. We have got, whoa, here we go. ATH 151 on Tuesday. I think it was 88 yesterday, and we've got 153 entries today. Congratulations to you, because you are going to win. You are going to win this right now. If you are listening, one of you is about to win $100 in Gotti. So let me hit the continue there. As you know, I'm always going to uncheck the show rejected because this is not my platform and I don't want you guys yelling at me. Begin the draw. I was supposed to queue up the Price is Right music, but I thought to myself, you know what happens if I do that? I'm sure that's copyrighted and they'll take it. And why I'm so cognizant of this is there's no like effect to my channel, but the Trump speech that I live streamed, they played like a couple songs during it, and the video was like banned in many parts of the world unless I muted the songs. And so I did that. I just don't want to have to deal with the bullshit from YouTube. YouTube is a terrible platform as far as their censorship goes. So anyhow, drum roll, please. The winner for today is Shireen 21. Baleo Jade. Shireen 21. That might be another lady. I could be wrong. Shireen. Shireen, if you are in here, let me scroll really quick to see. You have the opportunity to come on up and chat with us for. Yes, you are in the space. Hell yeah! I'm going to give you a follow back, and I will invite you to speak. It is your option. You do not have to accept the invite to speak, but congratulations. And if you are a male, I apologize for thinking that your name may be female.
Her handle has Jade in it, so let's just call her Jade.
All right.
You know, you're going to get the one person that comes up here and say, "It's ma'am, it's ma'am."
Yeah, we don't play the pronoun game here.
You're darn right we don't. You're darn right, and that's okay. You can play that. You can play that anywhere else. We don't play that here though. So congratulations. I assume Shireen is not going to take the stage with us. But congratulations, guys. If you want your chance to win $100 in Gotti, all you got to do is make sure that you are listening and watching for, you don't have to listen for a tweet. You got to watch for the tweet in the morning. Today was a little bit earlier, but it's going to be sometime, well before an hour before the show starts. And then it gets your opportunity to get in there, get that thing retweeted, get some friends on the tag, and that qualifies you. So we'll be doing it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. It'll be today as well. Yo.
You stand corrected, Jay. Delicious. Guess who came up here?
Hey, here we go. What's up, Shireen? Hello.
Well, the person came up here. I just don't know if they're going to speak or not. Sorry, Jay Chains.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Shireen, if you do want to speak, you are more than welcome to unmute your mic and say hello. And if you don't feel like that, that is a-okay. That is a-okay. Hello.
We got them unmute.
If Twitter's rugging, I will just be so disappointed. I see that they came off mute, but I didn't hear anything. Darn it. All right. Well, congratulations, Shireen. Remember, guys, if you want to try to win $100, make sure you enter into the contest tomorrow. I will be back at 4 p.m. Eastern today for the J Chains Crypto Show. Make sure that you tune in for that. And I don't know what else is going on today. If there's any other shows, I know there's no other live streams happening from here. So have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
Hey, you should give like a half a Gotti or something away tomorrow for Pizza Friday.
Potentially.
That sounds expensive.
That's a lot.
Only
of pizza.
like twice as much, right?
That's like a big pizza, bro.
3 times as much.
Well, we'll think about it. We'll think about what we're gonna do. I got to make sure that I extend the giveaways long enough. And with the price dip, it's definitely cut into my my plan here. So we'll figure it all out. Don't you worry about that. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. This show does not go on without you guys. So have a wonderful rest of your day. And the Web3 Breakfast will be back tomorrow, but I'll be back this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. Love you guys. Ciao for now, babies.